This is Due By Friday, a weekly challenge podcast with Merlin Mann, Alex Cox, and Max Temkin. This week's challenge, check the weather.
I hear voices. Are you periscoping? Stop periscoping and record the podcast. Time theft! Time theft! Time theft! Jesus Christ! This is what it's like to work remotely. Everybody's shucking and jiving and riding scooters and talking to Jen and getting drinks and shit. I'm sitting here with my dick in my hand. Nobody's even talking to me. Hi, I'm Merlin Mann. I'm a professional podcaster. I've been here for many minutes. I've updated the doc. I duplicated the doc. This is the problem. Put all this money into the studio. Start fucking around. Riding on scoots and talking to their pals. Alright, I guess I'll watch the Periscope stream. See if we're going to record a fucking podcast. Let's see. What are they doing now? Oh, walking around, shucking and jiving. Oh, having a grand old time. What's he doing? Oh, God. I think that's the fart remover. That's the other fart remover. Okay. You got the egg carton walls. And Max is still taking his sweet fucking time showing up. I'm watching the Periscope.
I have to turn the fart circulators
We're not
on.
recording a fucking podcast! Did you tell Jen to like and subscribe?
Yeah, Jen, make sure you like and subscribe. Merlin, this is what it looks like every week when Alex and I record.
Yeah, you can run a real tight ship there.
Yep.
Jesus Christ.
I go around and turn the fart circulators on.
I got two.
I just turned mine
Are
off.
you still doing this?
Oh yeah, we're going.
Alexa, turn my
become
dehumidifier on.
I think I'm going to become a vlogger. That's my new plan in life.
Yeah, well,
I'm going to turn this off in a second,
typical.
but I just want to. Here's the guys. This
Jesus
is my only goal.
Christ!
My only goal for this show. I have one goal for this episode, which is I don't want to say anything.
You get one of your employees to engage.
I just want one of them to engage with my content. No, I just don't want to say anything that people get mad about. I just want one episode where I don't say anything that's controversial or that people get really angry at me about, okay?
Oh, my God.
Can we just get through 1 hour of the show without people being
Whose
mad at
problem
us?
is that? It's like Marco says. You know, it's not your fault, but it is your problem. So,
Bill Cosby innocent.
Too soon. The chocolate cake behind you.
All right. Goodbye, Periscope. Thank you for engaging with my content. I enjoyed being a content creator for you.
Hey, guys.
Keep those hearts coming, fam.
Hey, only 10 minutes late. This isn't too bad considering the morning.
Oh, no. Especially being here for 40 minutes.
Merlin, what?
Hey, how's it going, buddy?
What's like your daily routine once you get into the office, if you had an office?
What?
In so much as you can say, Merlin,
What?
if you had an office that you worked at.
What is this in service of?
This is I want you to ask me about my morning and what I do every morning because that's really good quality
yeah,
content.
that's a good one. Hey, guys.
Yeah.
Are you having your lady time? Is that what it is?
Oh, well, we'll get to that later.
Save it for the show.
Yeah.
Oh, geez, Alex, I don't know. I ride my scoots to the office. I come
Yeah,
in and I fuck
yeah.
around on the internet for a couple hours. I pick up my kid and go to sleep. Hey, what's going on in your neck of the woods? What kind of stuff you doing for routine and whatnot?
When you're fucking around on the internet, what are your main things? What tabs get open first?
It's like impossibly boring. Like what I do is like just redonkulously boring. And I do the exact same thing over and over, and it's a great source of joy for me.
Yeah, are you ever on a website? Like sometimes I'm on Reddit and I read the front page and I'm like, okay, I'm done with Reddit. I need something else to read. And I go into my my little bookmark bar and I click on Reddit again.
Oh, I know. I've done that. You know, I think it was Internet Explorer, at least for me, Internet Explorer for Mac in the early 2000s, late 90s. Anyway, they introduced a feature where you could have not just bookmarks, not just a favorites bar, not just a folder full of favorites, but you could set it so that every time you clicked on that without having to hit command, it would open all of the tabs. And that was the beginning of problems for me. So, yeah, I do that. I've got one where I go and I look at all the social medias that I do, which is basically Twitter. I look at your stupid fucking political list all day. See what's up with Taniel. Hey, good news. Taniel's real name is Daniel. So when I'm making fun of his name, I'm really just making fun of his handle, and now I feel better. Alex, what's going on? What's your
Alex, tell us about your morning routine.
Well,
what's your routine like even?
The cats get me up at 6 a.m. And then I try to go back to bed for a half hour, and then I'm not successful, and then I
you wake up at 6 a.m. every day?
Yeah, but I try to
Regardless of when you go to sleep?
yes, but
This was a very special morning because I was out drinking very, very late last night, so I was prepared.
How late did you guys stay out?
I don't know, maybe like midnight, which is late for a 27-year-old.
On a school night, no less.
Exactly. So I was prepared. People, after a holiday party, people taught me how to deal with a hangover because that was one of my very few hangovers. So I was super prepared. But then this morning, I felt absolutely fine, and there was nothing. And I was nervous because I had a meeting at 9 a.m., and I'm like, oh, I've made a mistake. But I think I'm just bragging in that I guess I'm not as old as I thought I was because I just drank a lot of water, and I was fine.
Nice.
Alex and I had 2 social engagements over the last in between episodes. We saw Black Panther together. And then we had dinner together last night as part of our
That's
company
not
dinner.
A social engagement.
Okay,
That's a corporate.
It was a work.
It's not organic. It's not organic
Well,
growth.
We said we were doing this like our belated holiday dinner, and then Renee was like Renee sent out the invite, and then she was like, the employees want to know if it's mandatory, and I was like, tell them that it's not mandatory, but it will be really bad if they don't come, and they kind of have to go.
Oh no, we have a lovely dinner with a free dinner, like a 7-course meal.
Yeah, they were like, is this optional or do I have to go? And, well, I don't want to say that it's required, but you can't not go. But it's not mandatory. I mean, everyone is there by choice.
That said, I didn't go last year. I was on. I don't know why I didn't, but I was like, wait, what? Oh,
what did we do last year?
I don't remember.
Maybe
Maybe
we did
you
a dinner
there either. I don't know.
The issue is that we get so busy over the holidays, and we get our 500,000 customer service emails for holiday bullshit and all of that, and then no one wants to do dinner in December, so we just don't. We usually don't do it.
My wife told me that belated holiday parties are definitely a thing now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like we were at a hotel last weekend, and there was a big holiday party in February. It's like a thing, and she's like, "Oh, that's definitely a thing now." I think it's a good idea. There's too much bullshit in the first 2 weeks of December. It all needs to stop. It's just too much. Too much mandatory, non-mandatory stuff.
A lot of the holiday experience is, you know how the White House says that they're not going to that the new one of the new Jeanine Pirro or however you say her name, Fox News talking points, is that Mueller wants Trump to testify about Russia shit, but that Trump shouldn't do it because it's a quote perjury trap. They're like springing a trap. It's like they painted their ex.
They're expecting him to be honest and remember things. That's ridiculous.
Right. Well, it's like
who asked that of a man?
Yeah, it's not so much a trap as it's just if the president
like a big X.
Yeah,
Mueller draws a big X.
I mean, I think the way to right, exactly. Yeah,
he's the expert.
He doesn't even need a jar of honey, though. I mean, the problem is the president is so fucked because he can't not testify. Like, if the FBI is investigating you, you have to go testify. So he will testify at some point.
No,
but
I think he won't. I think he won't. I think he'll refuse to.
Well,
yeah, no, he'll refuse to. There was a whole which show was it? There was a show where they talked about this is weeks and maybe months ago. They talked about walk us through what's actually involved to serve a subpoena to the president. And it's pretty hard. Like they can just not answer the door and stuff. Like it's going to be really hard to do, and he can drag this out basically forever. And I'll put my red line, as they say, my red X here.
I hadn't really gone down that path, but I guess absent any sort of congressional oversight of impeaching him if he doesn't do it, which obviously isn't going to happen now.
Not going to happen.
Yeah, maybe it won't happen. But I mean, it is kind of a great I was thinking about it the other day, and it's well, if Trump testifies, he kind of only has two choices, which is he can tell the truth or he can lie, and neither of them are really appealing if you're a White House counsel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He can either tell the truth about having committed a federal crime in the past, or he can commit a new federal crime in the moment by lying.
It was just light treason.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
You can just send a thumb drive with an MP3 just says no collusion on repeat. We want to restrict this. Want to restrict the scope of this.
Witch hunt.
Witch hunt.
Bill Cosby innocent.
Good Lord.
So the holiday parties are kind of their own form. The holiday season is kind of its own perjury trap because all that happens is it's you think you're clear on people, and then all of a sudden you get an invite to their holiday party, or you get a present for them, or you get a card from them.
Have a little bit of mandatory fun. Yay.
Yeah. And then it's and then pow, perjury trap. Step into my net, bitch. I got the Armints pretty bad because I heard they sent out Christmas cards and I didn't get one, and then I scrambled and sent them one of my Christmas cards defensively. It was more of a preemptive strike because
yeah.
I knew that they were armed.
That's
kind of
a
a
holiday
power
perjury
move.
trap.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, and I got them. And then I got a belated one. I got a belated card from the Armints, and they were like, sorry, oh, it's so nice of you to send us a card.
You're the worst. Oh, hey, happy holidays.
I mean, it's like, that they have WMDs, so you got to strike first.
I mean,
That's right, you give him a bloody nose.
Yeah. Pop them right in the face.
Ow, ow. Shit.
so because the holiday, so it started as a joke. No, I can't stop singing. Tick tick. That was a good episode. Back to work. Tick tick.
I'm so lost.
Tick tick.
What?
Tick tick.
Tick tick.
I thought you liked OmniFocus.
You gotta say it real decisively.
Tick tick.
To your dingus. You gotta say, build perjury trap in tick tick. You gotta say it real percussively, or Siri gets confused.
I enjoy the productivity apps, and I like saying I can't do like to Taoist, descend to the things,
Alex,
but I
some
was
of
like
my-
to tick tick.
Todoist.
Some of my professional vlogging gear arrived.
You have it. Oh boy.
Well, I couldn't find it, so I bought another one.
What are you going to vlog about, Max? You can talk about success and like the things the fat cats don't want you to know. Are you going to give some of the secrets of Max Temkin?
Well, obviously, Merlin, let me tell you some facts, okay?
Mm-hmm.
As you can see here, I have the Lambo. But what I'm more proud of is these 20 new bookshelves that I had built to hold
Knowledge.
to hold my 2,000 books. Because as
love the
as I
TEDx
said in my TEDx talk where I quoted billionaire investor Warren Buffett, knowledge is power. And I'm more proud of having to have built these bookshelves to hold the books that are in my garage for some reason.
Which is definitely my house. Definitely my house. Definitely my Lambo. He only had 47 Lambos in his Lamborghini account.
It didn't occur to me right now until now that they're in his garage.
The classic place where people keep books exposed to the
Books.
elements in a thinly insulated aluminum wall.
There's two things every young man keeps in a garage. It's 2,000 books and a Lamborghini. It's pretty typical.
We don't want the Lamborghini to get bored. Slate. There are two types of people in this world, those who know how to convert PDFs into Word documents and those who are indicted for money laundering. Former Trump campaign chairman Paul Manafort is the second kind of person. Back in October, a grand jury indictment charged Manafort and his business associate Rick Gates with a variety of crimes, including conspiring to, quote, defraud the United States. On Thursday, special counsel Robert Mueller filed a new indictment against the pair, substantially expanding the charges. As one former federal prosecutor told the Washington Post, Manafort and Gates' methods appear to have been, quote, extensive and bold and greedy with a capital G, but not all that sophisticated.
I mean, how do you convert a PDF into a Word file? I don't even know how that. I imagine you could do it, but it seems like it would just be salad.
The Slate article helpfully tells us. One new detail from the indictment, however, points to just how unsophisticated Manafort seems to have been. Here is the relevant passage from the indictment. To create the false 2016 P&L on or about October 21st, 2016, Manafort emailed Gates a .pdf version of the real 2016 DMI P&L, which showed a loss of more than $600,000. Gates converted that PDF into a Word document so that it could be edited, which Gates sent back to Manafort. Manafort altered that Word document by adding more than $3.5 million in income. He then sent this falsified P&L to Gates and asked that the Word document be converted back to a PDF, which Gates did and returned to Manafort. So essentially, they created an incriminating paper trail in their email just because they didn't know how to convert a Word doc to a PDF and back and forth. And the Slate article helpfully notes that changing PDFs back to editable Word documents, meanwhile, is possible in Adobe Acrobat via the Save As Other command under File on a Mac. For as little as $2 a month, Adobe will allow you to convert PDF files to Word, Excel, and rich text formats.
I mean, this article is really in my wheelhouse because it makes me stressed out about politics, and it's got some little life hacks built in.
Yeah, tech tips.
Well, can I tell you guys about something I like? This episode is brought to you by our friends PDF Pen.
PDF pen.
Thanks to what are they? They're not a Smile on my Mac anymore.
Smile.
They're
Smile on my Mac, and then they became Smile. Smile software.
Thanks, Smile Software.
It's a better way to convert.
We're not using the other apps anymore.
We're not using the other one.
How much is PDF Pen? It's like $5, right? $10?
No, it's more than that, but it's very nice to have on an iPad. I remember Acrobat Pro being very costly back in the day. I don't know.
Fuck converting it to a Word document. I don't even do PDFs on my computer anymore. I prefer
But maybe I'm
to
being
do them.
stupid. But for example, when you see the PDFs for that Mueller puts out or whatever, you see stuff on the federal sites. It's just an image. There's no. Is that app OCRing it and then turning it into a Word doc? Because I imagine that looks real bad.
Acrobat.
I mean, I know it's not difficult to take something that's already been OCR'd and turn it back, but in most cases, I think most people are just saving images.
So I think so I'm going to wildly speculate about something I don't actually have any technical knowledge of, but I think here's how it works: is if the PDF is images already, right? So if it's if it's been converted from text into an image, so it's you know how when you get a PDF of a magazine that you've subscribed to, it's like half a gigabyte. That's because the text isn't selectable. They've converted the whole thing to an image because they don't want to embed the typefaces and the layout and all of that and have it display differently on the screen. So they convert to image. But 99.9% of the PDFs you get, it's just data in there, right? It's just text. And the right program will be able to turn that into something that's readable by Word.
Okay, makes sense.
Right? It doesn't need to be OCR'd because it's like HTML. It's just a markup language. A PDF is just like a markup language to display text in a certain way. And I think it even has placeholders for forms and stuff like that. Although they never really work in preview. If you guys have ever tried
no, you got to really look at it. That's such a pain in the butt.
Why is it that when you go into that goddamn preview PDF editor and you just want to type your name in there?
Here it comes.
And you just want to type Max Temkin on the line or just put the date. It never fucking puts the text box in. You always have to click around like you're drunk and click on 10 different. It's always an A with an underline and a little cursor. And I just try them all and I'm just make a fucking text box. That's all I ever want. I never want anything else. I don't want to select a square.
Our thanks to Smile for supporting 2 by Friday and all the great shows.
I don't even do. I do all my PDFs on the iPad now. It's so much faster on PDF Pen.
Oh yeah, because it'll make the boxes for you. But even then, you want to double check it. This is really exciting. But if you do that, you export it, you look at it, you go open it in Preview or in Chrome and see what it looks like. And dimes to donuts, something's going to be cut off. Something's going to be in the wrong place.
What do you think? These guys aren't. None of these guys are Mac people. You think, right?
Oh no, you can't. No.
I mean, it's
know.
they're just in all areas of their life. They just have such awful bourgeois taste. And
but also just Manafort, just in general, is such an intriguing character because all the stuff. My wife and I were just saying we were watching MSNBC last night and the whole Jared thing. Jared's very bad, terrible, not good day yesterday. And I'm just I said, honestly, I legit don't understand how he is not literally shitting himself all the time. Ditto Manafort. I don't know how Manafort just walks around like a person. I don't know how he's not. I don't have any problems and I'm anxious. And I don't know. I just don't know how they do it. But then so all the thing came down. They raided his place. He I think he got arrested. All the stuff happened. He's out on bail and he's working with some Ukrainian cutout to publish an op-ed about himself. It's I don't know, man. Maybe he's got the right idea. I don't know.
Him and his legal team spend all their time writing letters to the court asking for him to get permission to leave the state to go to parties. They keep appealing for him to take his peel off his ankle monitor and leave the state.
He has to go to Florida for medical
party.
Reasons. He has medical Florida reasons.
I mean, I think you do have a selection bias here of these are not normal guys with a normal correct with they're low empathy individuals. These are not people with normal amounts of shame and empathy. I would shit my pants.
Constantly.
I would shit my pants constantly. I would have diarrhea.
I would be a constant pants shitting machine 24/7. I would just be a liquid slurry of shame.
I would have propulsive diarrhea continuously throughout the entire day.
I would be firing across the room. I would be an AR-15 of wetness, all the time.
It would be a veritable bump stock of turds.
Splatter.
I wonder what Ivanka's period is like.
I bet it's very polite.
No. You get stressed and just more comes out. It's
me too. It's not appropriate. Not appropriate to ask about her father. It's not appropriate. I'm a little girl. Don't ask me about my daddy. Meh.
Dig Dug, Merlin, there's nothing in follow-up and front matter, only my sad, lonely bit about periods. You have no fun updates for us?
What's your period bit?
It's not a bit. It's just...
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not. Why is it a bit?
It's more of a chunk?
Why is it a bit? Yes.
It's more of a chunk?
It's more of a gelatinous blob, really.
Yeah, I think it's not what people expect.
No,
I think on the
no.
one hand, guys think it's going to be either a drip, drip, drip that's very polite and Ivanka-like, or they think it's going to be some kind of sausage that comes out. And really, it's much more uneven.
I promise everyone, it is much
It's
more
never what
disgusting
you
than you
expect.
can
It's
even
never what you
imagine.
expect.
Well, did you see there was
Very not into this conversation.
No, this is an important conversation.
Okay,
Me
this
too.
is
Pounce on me
this is
too.
just between Merlin and I now. Did you did I send the article in our super secret text channel?
Yes, queen.
Yes. The men. I didn't really understand what was happening, but like some man doctor
I don't
said.
understand how I don't understand how they quantified
I
this
don't
exactly,
either.
but-
I mean, I've never. Some guy was like, yes, a period can be as painful as a heart attack, which I've never had a heart attack, but I don't think it's been Max is vlogging my period.
I was going to
talk.
say, if you could do me a favor,
Yeah.
I would like you, while you're discussing this, I know you guys don't like to look at each I would like you guys to both make eye contact with each other while you discuss the period.
I'm already looking at Alex through a camera right now.
Nope. But there was just the internet's all like, yes, finally. But I'm genuinely curious. The 10 women who listen to this podcast, have you ever had a heart attack as well as a period? Because I'm just super curious.
Oh, the Venn diagram.
Right? Because women have way fewer heart attacks than men, and periods are
I can see
terrible.
some numbers on that.
Exactly. And there was a time where I was briefly off birth control, and I literally thought my appendix had burst, and I went to the emergency room, and no one could figure out what was wrong, and it was like, oh wow, you're like. I got an MRI and they're like, wow, your pain scale is off the charts. Like all my neurons were firing, and I was just getting my period.
Did you get shorter and lighter periods? Do you get shorter and lighter periods with birth control?
Yes and no. It really depends. I have polycystic ovaries, so it depends really. It depends on the globs. It's never consistent. It's not a polite Ivanka situation.
But do you have the lady from Girls? Do you have that? You don't have endometriosis though, right?
Oh no, that's like
you
a
get
big
spider webs in your. That's bad. I had a lady friend that had that, and it was no good. Max, do you have endometriosis that you know?
Not that I can recall at this time.
Could you do me a favor and Google endometriosis? Because Alex, I think you'd really enjoy the photo or the illustration for this.
There's a.
She's holding. It's not funny, but she's holding her abdomen. She has her hand up to her forehead. She's hunched over and she's going.
Yeah, it's just I just got a little bit of a headache and a tummy ache as tissue grows outside my uterine lining. You're like, this is an
I need to
ouchie.
recline on my fainting couch. Oh,
Please give me a rose. Ugh.
So the question is, we're talking about this without talking about this. An article recently came out that said, and I just looked at the headline. You can tell us more detail on this, but it is believed that period pains and cramps can be as bad as a heart attack. Is the basic idea?
Yeah, I'm just putting it out there. I'm curious because I by no means doubt that this is a thing, but it doesn't really explain how they measured this. Like, did they do brain scans on people and be like, yeah, this totally matches what's going on in a brain, the like amounts of pain that are happening with people when they're in like cardiac arrest? I don't know. I can't find this article. Are periods pain after marriage? Period pain relief after pregnancy.
Period
pain heart attacks.
Heart attack.
Period pain is officially bad as a heart attack. Who does like the official? Who who's doing this? Oh, there's more than one.
Yeah, you would need some kind of a pain czar or a pain czarina.
I want
like
that's
somebody
what I
who's in a
want.
position to say.
Exactly.
Well, that's a big picture of a tampon. Look at that
Yeah,
thing.
that's a very circle back to the whole Fatberg issue, and in our office when all like half of the office flooded because of apparently the shitlords and the tampon queens. Now it's very nice because there are various size. We have like literally every size of tampon possible in our office. Like,
wait, how does this occur? I haven't looked in a long time. How does this occur? What happens? People keep buying them or what?
No. There's just a lot of people who put on the grocery list, I guess, various sizes of tampons, and now we have like a whole array. It's like a bit. It's like a spread.
Are they very large tampons,
It's like
Alex?
I know
about the different.
Yeah.
You can get a very large. You can get actually extraordinary, like a jumbo tampon.
I actually did not know how big tampons could get until
Do they get measured like sausages? Like you've got your 6-to-1, your 9-to-1, your 12-to-1.
I bet it's more like a cigar. I bet you get the gauge and the length. You know, you can get a Maduro tampon, large tampons.
Oh well, I'm rocking a Churchill.
He only smoked the first half. Let's see. Biggest tampon yet. Okay, Tampax. Digga.
What are the little guys? What are the little guys? The Corona?
Yeah. Oh no. You mean? I see. I'm so out of. I have not done this in years. But the little ones, no. Like, jeez.
Robusto.
Email about this.
Oh, challenge. Interesting. I did not know this about you.
Yes.
Because I
Sorry, sweetie. I have to do it for my podcast. It's for work.
Why does Daddy smell like compost? It's for my work. This is a requirement for my work.
There's literally no unsafe dose. That's the due by Friday guarantee.
yeah.
Literally no unsafe dose. We medically stand behind every challenge that's issued on this podcast. I guarantee you.
If you take my powders for 45 days, you'll get lumpy in a slightly different way. I was lumpy in this way, and then for 45 days later, I had my powders, and now I'm lumpy in this way, and my skin color's different.
I saw a video on Twitter the other day of Milo Yiannopoulos like half-heartedly hawking some sort of testosterone powder while he was hosting like some Alex Jones bullshit on the InfoWars set, and he looked so defeated and wet. He was very moist. He looked very moist and
that's
sad
a bad
and
sign.
defeated. And I felt almost bad for him. I was like, man, like this guy must have, because he's an elitist. He must have like total disdain for the viewers of the show and the place that he is and Alex Jones himself. He must have total fucking disdain for those people. But this is what he's reduced to, just to try and have some sort of relevance or maintain some sort of audience. I mean, he's pretty much completely ostracized himself from polite society, and I guess that's all that's left to him.
I didn't even think. I thought he had just gotten like I thought he just kind of went into the ether and forgot that he existed until now. So thank you.
Well, his whole thing is making sure that you don't forget that he exists.
He's doing a pretty bad job of it, honestly. Like, just I think more and more platforms are just slowly banning.
Well, they learned that there's no way to shame him, so you just need to not cover him. Like, we haven't been hearing as much about the alt-right in the last 6 months or whatever since Charlotte.
He's a right wing abracadaniel. I want to circle back to tampons, but Max, were you following the exchanges with Alex Jones and David Hogg yesterday?
Oh, no. David Hogg is one of those kids. He was the one that was probably a crisis actor.
I believe so.
Right, he was a crisis actor, but Alex Jones. I don't know. We shouldn't go on about it, but it was pretty fucking hilarious because Alex Jones, who said Sandy Hook was a jam up, was on there like basically begging David Hogg.
Well, he's just asking the question, Merlin. He's not allowed to ask the question.
He's just asking the question. He wants to clear up this problem because he's gotten the first of his 3 strikes from YouTube. Well, they're going to give him 2 more strikes. He's got his first strike from YouTube with his 2 billion viewers, and he's real worried. And he wants David to intervene. Do you know what's being done in your name? Take down the First Amendment. Did you follow this yesterday? It was mental.
So he was basically, what was happening? He was basically begging this child to help him appeal to YouTube.
And he was begging the child to come on his show and also essentially asking him to intervene because YouTube had taken down the video that Alex Jones had about how this was not true and that these were crisis actors, I believe was the subject of it. And also you can search for Alex Jones strikes, but like YouTube is basically some guys sat in a room, as other people have noticed, some executives at YouTube sat in a room and said, How many strikes should we give him? Oh, let's give him 3, and let's call this his first one, and we'll talk publicly about that.
That's probably how I'll go out as a professional vlogger, begging some child that I've defamed to help me appeal to YouTube so to undo my 3 strikes. I actually have decided to live my life as a DJ.
You guys, some personal news. I've decided I'm going to come out as an MC, as you can see, and I deliver all my rhymes with glee.
Yeah, my thing is that you've got to really read the energy of the crowd and then hit the space bar at the exact right time.
Mm-hmm.
It's called the drop. Knowledge.
What did Sandy tell me? Sandy was saying his kids, he's like a 7-year-old son, and he's been listening to DJ Marshmello a lot. And we listened to a little clip of DJ Marshmello on Twitter. You got to put this on. And Sandy was like, in my entire life, like I always thought I would be like a cool dad, and I've never felt more lame than when my kid is listening to DJ Marshmello, and I'm just like, what the fuck is this shit? Turn this shit off.
This is upsetting on many levels.
Put DJ Marshmello on, Alex.
Let's hear it.
This is what the kids listen to now.
All right, we'll put in the. Oh, let's see. Play DJ Marshmello.
I've been laughing about that for like 2 days ever since Sandy told me that. The idea that he just stomps around the house going, turn that shit down.
What?
It is really bad.
Wait, where is the
Lifestyle.
drop happening?
Energy. Health. Youth. Menstrual cycles. Professional vlogging. Libraries for your Lambos. Productivity.
Is it just gonna go? There's no drops? What's happening?
We haven't even begun to build up to the drop.
Also, notice that the the title of the album is just Alone, and the album art just says Alone with a blurred background.
I truly hate this.
I
apologize if there's probably a lot of
this is
probably alienating our young audience, and they're like, I love DJ Marshmello.
Oh, here we go.
It's like charging
Maybe
up like
not.
Goku. He's not even fully charged.
That was it?
This is Dubai Friday.
Oh, fuck that. Oh.
Please play mine,
Bleep, bleep,
Alex.
bleep, 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 bleep. All right. Oh, dear. Oh, boy.
It's raining tacos from out of the sky. Tacos, no need to ask why. Just open your mouth and close your eyes.
That always ends well.
Tacos, tacos,
Where this? I recognize this melody. Where is this from?
tacos.
Every Skrillex song?
I had it on repeat at my house for about a month.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Oh, your daughter was listening to this,
no,
or you
check
were?
it out. Also, Nom 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 is also really good.
Oh.
That's another one. Perry Grip
Have you
does.
guys seen this ad? These like hang on, breakfast time commercial. This was this thing that Nickelodeon was doing a couple years ago, and it made me understand this. Just hearing this animation made me understand something about the kids of today and their attention spans and their mental faculties.
Breakfast time, breakfast time, breakfast time, breakfast time, breakfast time, breakfast time. Come and get your breakfast on. Now eat it, eat it. Let's chew it up, chew it up. You need it, not need it.
There's like an epileptically flashing spoon,
Yeah,
like
it's like if
dancing
Teen
around on the
Titans became a
screen.
song. If Teen Titans Go was a song, this would be it.
Makes your muscles big and strong. Keeps you going all day long. Apples and blueberries, granola and raspberries. Cheese and grapes. Yogurt parfait, homemade toasted no-day. English muffin pizza, sausage, egg, and pita. Bread so bright, toasted right. Toast squares, apples and pears. Cereal and meal, cereal and meal, cereal and meal, cereal and meal. Breakfast time, breakfast time, breakfast time, breakfast time. Eat it.
There's like a breakdancing sexy lady spoon.
I think my ovaries are just now completely dry. I don't want children who. But okay, so in fairness, this is a commercial from our childhood.
Magazine. It's packed with celebrity interviews and comics and puzzles and great great stuff to collect. But only a real live grown-up can call to order it for you. Of course, you can think of a nice, polite way to ask.
Nickelodeon magazine, please.
Oh God.
It's so good. It's so good.
Oh my goodness.
Nickelodeon magazine, please. You never know who will pop in, what will pop out, and it's so good, you'll eat it all up.
See, that encouraged creativity in manipulating your parents to buy something for you.
I did a little Twitter thread this week, and I asked people to send in their all-time number. Here's what I want, everybody. I want your favorite YouTube video, and there are some rules on this. Okay, so I want to know. This is like, do you guys ever do
Your social media is so engaging suddenly, Max. I think you've really upped your game.
Thank you. I'm thinking about becoming a professional vlogger, so I really want to get those engagement numbers up. So, all right, here's the situation. We do the Cards live show, and we kind of show these short little, like I would say no more than 90-second, like interstitial YouTube videos that we ask people to submit. And I just want to, expand my horizons and learn about more of these things. And, I think everyone has a favorite couple of sort of, I would describe them as like weird little delights on YouTube. So it could be like an animal doing something funny, or a guy in a costume falling down, or I love news fails, like a news anchor like goes insane and starts cursing or something. So here's the rules of what I'm looking for. I am looking for something that is funny, delightful, or surprising. It has to be on YouTube.com. It can't be widely known, okay? Don't send me something that everybody has already seen. Don't send me it if it has over, 2 million views and everybody's already seen it.
You want a surprise that's little.
Yes, exactly. And 90 seconds in length or less, or if it's really long, like just give me the nut, right? Just give me the 30 seconds that I need to watch. And I have collected these videos, the best ones that I've found. Beyond that, there is sort of a taste issue, and I'm sort of the ultimate arbiter of like what I think is delightful and surprising and weird enough. But I've collected the sort of best, emblematic, funniest videos in a YouTube playlist on my account called Favorites. And we'll put that link to that in the show notes. Alex, will you put that? We remember to put that in the show notes.
But don't look at it if you come to our live shows because you'll
that is kind of where we get the videos from, I guess.
Yeah.
And then I also have 2 other playlists. One of them is called High Quality Animals, and the other one is called Videos to Watch While You're High. And
which are both
on life.
Very good, very, very good lists.
Thank you. And I put a lot of work into those. Like I actually
did you know I'm subscribed to you? I mean, even before you were a vlogger, I was subscribed to you. My daughter and I would watch your excellent animal videos.
Oh, really? The high quality animals?
Your curation is really tight. Like there's no bad ones in there. They're all really good.
I thank you. I genuinely put an enormous amount of work into picking those YouTube favorites. And I will say one of my favorite party activities. I know I don't tell me how lame this is because I know how lame it is, but a lot of parties that I go to devolve into people showing their favorite YouTube videos, and it's one of my favorite. It's one of my favorite activities.
No, it's the best.
It's a total fucking blast of serotonin just watching a little comedy with your friends.
Have you guys seen where the lady has to rake up where the pandas are and they keep falling on their behind?
Yeah,
and they want to get in the basket so much they wanted that bastic. It's so cute. She picks them up. She picks them up with their little claws, keep grabbing them, and they fall on their bottom.
All right. So anyway, send those into me. Just send me a tweet or whatever you do of Verit or whatever you're on. And finally, we were thinking.
Oh, wait! I want to add. I'm going to add on to this. If you have a playlist, not just like here's all of your likes, but a playlist that is like Max's, then
no one's is going to be good.
No, none of them are going to be as good.
No one is going to send me a good playlist.
But tweet them to me because then I can get the best ones, and it makes my job easier.
I sincerely doubt it.
Also, I have to watch a bunch of bad ones. I've at this point people send the same one every time, and so I'm like mining the deep, like going deep into Reddit, be like, please someone send me something funny. Also, if it is a funny Twitter video, like if the video is hosted on Twitter, I will accept that. Don't send it to Max. All right, Dig Dug, Max, what is your third item?
All right, item number 3. We want to make a what do we want to make? One of those like little iTunes promos for Due by Friday, where it's like this is the show. And we want to know, what are your all-time favorites? People who have been listening to the show for a while. What are your all-time favorite moments? Like what's like a little clip that we can excerpt in that intro and sort of set it up, and then other listeners will be like, oh, this is a funny show, and they won't be expressing any opinions like Bill Cosby innocent, and I should subscribe and like this. Mm-hmm. You guys with me?
Yeah.
Yes.
So this is kind of new to me. What are we talking about? This is an iTunes feature?
We want to make like the thing.
Oh, we
in the-
talked about the you don't have to listen to everything to get into the show.
Correct.
idea.
That's like the iTunes like
okay.
promo episode, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But anyway,
How will we create, since we're talking about administrative stuff on the air, will we create a Google spreadsheet and make a form for this with place for a timestamp? How will we do this?
oh, well, it's good that you bring that up, Merlin, because we've already done that. And you can
What?
find the link right now in the show notes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Alex
the
has
what?
definitely done that.
Yeah.
already.
Oh, there it is. I'm sorry, I didn't see it.
Oh,
That's,
yep,
that's,
yep, it's in notes.
Google. Oh, you're
Uh-huh,
right. I'm so
uh-huh.
sorry, you guys. I should have
Yeah.
looked at the notes.
Yep.
Yep. Yeah, it's already been done. So you just go on the show notes for this episode, and hey, if you're a true fan of the show and you really like us and you want us to be friends, all you have to do is send us the time code of one of your favorite bits that we should include, just like a funny moment.
Give us your fucking time code.
Yeah. Yeah. Here's the thing, guys. You have time, and we want your time. So you go to giveusyourfuckingtime.com. Actually, we should really buy that. I'm going to go ahead and buy that. Go to giveusyourfuckingtime.com and send in your favorite clips of Do By Friday. And we do need a timestamp for that. So you're going to have to go back and find it because we're a little too lazy for that. All right. That's all my stuff.
Oh yeah, a reminder that I have a minor in gay. I don't know what it's called, but I think it's.
What were the
Thanks for
most,
the title.
what were the most interesting... what were the most interesting things you learned in gay class?
I don't
How to be
remember.
fabulous.
It was, yeah, it was like.
Did you learn how to say make it work?
What about that thing where you snap in a triangle? Sister
Did they
friend.
teach you to dispense sort of wise, empathetic advice in a time of need for the straight
Yeah,
protagonist?
but in a non-threatening way.
I know. People are scared of dental dams. You got to walk them through it slowly.
At least it needs braces.
Alex, nobody uses a dental dam.
Oh my
Dental
God,
dam.
we're not going to.
No.
Yes,
No,
people.
they don't. No, they do not.
Not often.
I can't be
Not
compatible.
often.
My consciousness is not compatible. I can't exist in a world where people actually employ the use of dental
Okay,
dams.
they are not. Okay.
They're
Please-
almost never
Please
used.
tweet at Max Temkin if you have used a dental dam or dental dam like device.
No
please
way.
do. Please
No,
do.
no.
Tweet at Max
Absolutely
Temkin.
not. Absolutely not. Far more dental dams are open for sort of novelty or educational purposes than are open for sex. I would say by 3 to 1, more dental dams are open for educational or novelty.
This would also be a
purposes.
good point to drop in that audio from very early in the show when Max says he hopes this week he will say absolutely nothing that offends anyone. Because that's always top of mind for Max.
It could have been the week.
Please remember to like and subscribe.
Dig Dug.
Vloggers.
I just want to enjoy my stories. Can't I just enjoy my stories?
Yeah. Why do they all need a massage? They all need a massage at the same time. They're so sweaty.
Dugga. Merlin, it's your challenge.
What? No.
Are we not at the challenge?
It's Max's
yet?
challenge.
Oh, really? Oh, a bunch of people asked me whose challenge it was this week. I said it was Merlin's. Never mind.
It's
Max.
so in my digga challenge. Max, what was the challenge this week?
This week's challenge was monitor the weather and purchase some sort of implement for monitoring the weather at your personal domicile and up your weather game. I somewhat did this challenge, but I'm not 100% complete. So I bought, let me see. I bought the number one Wirecutter recommended weather dingus. Let me go on Amazon and see which one I bought. Your orders, it's going to need to do a little face authentication. Okay. So I bought
we got to talk about that. Can I add that to the topic list?
after
I
show-
really want to talk about Face ID.
Yep.
Holy shit. It's so not as good as Touch ID. Oh my God.
I bought the ambient weather WS 2902 10-in-1 Wi-Fi professional weather station with internet monitoring compatible with Alexa, and that is Amazon's choice for weather monitoring station. $169.99. I had it delivered the next day.
Put
So
it in
here's
notes. I
where I've
wanna
got.
see it.
Here's where I've gotten. Oh, okay. Here's where I've gotten with this product. So basically, I followed the very confusing instructions and assembled it. It did need assembly. I powered it on. I got it to transmit to the little monitor, but I have not gotten it to transmit to the app yet because I need to connect it to Weather Underground or W Underground, I think, and get it. And I haven't figured that part out yet. And I also have not mounted it. I have not attached a mounting pole to the exterior of my house.
Yep.
And I didn't understand that you really need that this was like that I would need to use my cordless drill for this
It's
challenge.
definitely a whole process. I have just so you go, if you go to notes for this episode at 2byfriday.com, officehagrid.com, you will see a link to Weather Underground, an overview on which weather stations are compatible with Weather Underground, and a handy page where you can sign up for your own PWS.
So I have not actually set up the W Underground integration for my dingling. What is it exact? Can you explain what that does? I mean, I know that's the thing where then you can. What I think it does is that you can go on your phone and it tells you how fast the wind is outside your house.
Yes. Shall I weather-splain that?
Please.
Okay, so Weather Underground is a really cool service that monitors lots of different professional and amateur weather stations, and you can find weather stations in your area, and you can even put your own up. And the idea is you go in, and so in my case, the dingus that I got, you register it with that company, you put in this MAC address, and then what happens is you go to Weather Underground and you register under the My PWS, my personal weather station, I think it's called, and you go in and basically it handshakes with your device through whatever means it gets on the internet. And read the fine print carefully because not all of these can get on the internet. Mine has an Ethernet connection. I'll tell you mine in a minute. But anyway, long story short, and then what you do is you go into Weather Underground, you register your dingus, and then it's available. It's available. You give it a name, and it's available on the internet. You can see it yourself. In my case, I got an
I had to buy this
Accurite.
other app called Ambient Tool. What is that?
I don't know. I got an Accurite, and Accurite has a service. Accurite is also the maker of most of my hygrometers, as you know.
And real quick, what's that again?
Relative humidity.
Relative to what?
Yeah, exactly. Am I right? Am I accurate? The Accurite product page is very, very funny. It's like if you've ever tried to think about buying a Windows computer and you go to Dell and it's like, what are the options? What? It's completely bananas. You could buy this one with 2 sensors, or you could buy that one with this screen. You could buy this one with the dark screen and 1 sensor. I'm very, very happy. I'll tell you mine in detail when you're ready. But the basic nut of it is it is kind of a pain to set this thing up. You got to calibrate your rain gauge. You just got to be pointing the right way. You got to have the right size rod.
Oh, that was
You might
the
need
other
a
thing.
cordless
I
drill.
have not calibrated yet. I got into I thought it was assembled, and then a whole new sort of section of where I thought the instructions would turn into the Polish instructions. It actually transitioned into now it's time to calibrate all of the instruments that you just installed. And I was like, I think I'm going to give up on
But
this.
the neat part is once you've gotten it onto, so in my case, like I said, there's an app called, I think it's called My Accurite, where it connects you directly to your weather station, whether or not it's publicly available. But then with Weather Underground, you can go in and it's now available, and you're contributing to the community of weather nerds.
Now, I'll say, before we did this challenge, I primarily suggested this challenge because I thought it'd be funny to make fun of you for all of your weather nerd shit that you have, Merlin, like your hygrometers and stuff.
Yeah.
And I'll say, even though I haven't installed mine, since I got it and I assembled it and I installed the hygrometer and the wind speed measure, there's been 10 times in the last week where I was like, boy, I wish I had that thing up because I wonder how fast the wind is blowing right now. We had a crazy windstorm. Was it over the weekend or maybe last Friday, Alex?
Yeah, I didn't know that there could be a wind advisory, but we had one.
It was bananas. It was Wizard of Oz shit happening in Chicago, and there was furniture. I woke Veronica and I both up because every little metal fireplace plate and every our house was making all of its sounds. The house was going. It was singing its native song. And it was going hog wild. And there were fucking chairs flying around outside and furniture, patio furniture tipping over. It was nuts. And I was like, man, I wish I had that weather station installed. But I didn't want to do a full twister and go outside and try and install it in the middle of the tornado.
Right. I can totally understand why you would make fun of me. It's such an old man thing to be into this, but this has been so much fun. So I'm sending you. So there's 2 images in the doc.
On mine, okay, check this out. What you can do with mine that I haven't set. To be clear, I've not set this up yet, but I could. Which is so the way you know that it's going to rain. I don't know why I'm saying this like I know. According to what I googled in 30 seconds, the way you know it's going to rain is if the barometric pressure drops a certain amount. Mm-hmm. And so you're not really relying on a weather forecast. You're relying on a thing that is actually materially occurring outside of your house, right? It will rain if the pressure changes quickly. And what you can do is have that send an if-to your shit to be prepare for rain. So you could have it
your own
text
personal
you,
dark
or
sky.
you could have it yeah. basically, I have like we have like smart skylights in our house too. So we have like on our top floor we have like a skylight, and it will actually like you can send it a command through the internet to close. So I could say if it's about to rain and the skylights are open, go ahead and close them.
That's actually really useful.
That's very so remotely. Like you don't need to be. That's very cool.
Yeah, it's like some sort of Wi-Fi enabled. I mean, it's like just a little motor that closes them and opens them. Alex has some sort of vape that she's turning on over here.
Oh, sick vape, bro.
Is that a PAX?
Well, no, I don't know what that is. But well, Merlin, would you like me to proceed with the results of my challenge?
Yes, I just would like to say, just to get it out of the way, I will click the link. The one that I got is the Accurite 010, because people will ask. I got the Accurite 01014M weather station with Accurite access for remote monitoring. And this comes with a little Siri ball that you connect to your Ethernet, and then that is able to, and so I got that, plus I added two interior remotes that'll monitor humidity and temperature in the house, and then that's all exposed via the Accurite app. And this one's, it's exceedingly difficult to set up, but I would allow at least an hour to set it up. But that's the one I got. Tell me about yours, Alex.
Did you do a poll?
No, I did the cordless drill.
What do you mean?
Oh, it's got so if you look at the one, so there's several ways to mount it. You can use the standard pole. There's a standard pole diameter. It also has a mounting thing. It needs to be pointed north. And so as long as you can put it somewhere where you can turn it to face north, you can do it flush to a wall or a post.
I totally cucked myself. Why didn't I buy this one?
Well, this is why I say it's it's so confusing, and it helps to have a rabbi for this, because a lot of these are just like you buy this costly weather station and it comes with a fancy screen, but you can't even get it on the internet, which sucks. So make sure it accommodates your needs. Make sure you've got a spot, the right place to put it, that it's not like under a roof or something, because then you won't get rain coverage, etc. But the nice thing is, once you calibrate it, it's not super easy, but once you calibrate it, you basically pour exactly a cup of water in my case, and if it's not exactly this amount, you turn this little screw left or right, and that says, okay, this is how much it should be. You can also calibrate. You can basically say well, I know the temperature or humidity in this room is this. You can have your sensors change.
I'll be honest, I've already ordered the one that you got, and don't know what I'm gonna do with mine. Maybe we'll put it at the office
Donate
or
it.
something. Yeah, I'll donate it. Marco, expect a
send me a Christmas card.
a weather station. Yeah.
Where's my fucking Christmas card?
Alex, make a note that I'm going to need you to send some mail to Marco this week.
Yep.
All right. So I already bought the one that you got, but Merlin, would you come on my new vlogging channel and sort of walk me through the setup, because I'm not going to be reading those instructions. I'm going to need you to talk.
Well, I mean, of course, I would be honored to be on your incredibly popular 2 billion watcher YouTube, but I mean, also that's a big part of social media. Nobody cares, who the song is by. They want to know featuring who. Turn down for who. You know
That's
what I'm
right.
saying? So I'm featuring MC Trans Merlin is going to be fucking huge for you. Your shit's going to blow up.
Well, and then because here's the thing is it creates a whole ecosystem of the guest where it's first, okay, step number one.
We're going to be like the Logan brothers. We're going to have a mansion full of douche-tards. It's going to be great.
Exactly. Step number one, you come into my net, I got you on the show. Step number two, I do a blog post saying, here's how I got Merlin Mann into my net.
You feed me walnuts till I come.
Step number three, I do a podcast.
I was out of this net. I'm so tired of coming.
Number 3, I get the podcast going, and I'm like, guys, you got to check out the blog post. I reveal all my secrets in this post of how I got Merlin Mann into my net.
Right.
Then I write a book where I summarize the blog post about the podcast, about the guest appearance, about the vlog.
Oh, God, that's so smart, Max.
Now it's integrated. It's integrated. And at some point, people start to buy pills from me. Do you see?
Well, they're gonna buy your powders, and they're gonna buy your shirt that says Max.
No, it doesn't say Max. It has to have some sort of motivational platitude on it, like
come hard.
Yeah, just do the work. Something like that.
Follow your bliss.
Work harder, dingus.
47 Lambos.
Knowledge.
I would 100% wear a T-shirt that said 47 Lambos. Did you already mount your weather station?
Mounted the fucking shit out of it.
When
yeah,
did
yeah.
you do it exactly?
Yeah, yeah.
Because like for me, like I opened the box, I put it together. That took about an hour, probably cumulatively. I spent about 90 minutes like poking and prodding at it and reading the instructions, and then I kind of got tired and I wandered off, and then it was already Monday.
Oh, I couldn't wait. I couldn't wait. My daughter and I were like, "When's it gonna arrive? When's it gonna arrive?" I got it next day.
So this was a daddy-daughter
Daddy-daughter time. Yeah, we put it together.
like experience.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I put it up immediately. It's been running the whole time. Alex, are you going to talk about your vape and your cigar? So I can actually see from here that you have a Famous Smoke Shop catalog. Not that I've ever seen one of those before.
I don't know what that is.
Boy, look at your, what is that thing that says studio? Oh, that's one of your dongles.
Oh, yeah, that's my USB-C to
And there's Max
USB-A.
looking at his phone.
Yep,
Okay.
yep, mm-hmm.
So you got the Net Atmo.
Net Atmo.
I'd never seen it with the bold text. Now it makes sense because I thought it was Neatmo at first. I was misreading it. You got the Netatmo. Tell people what you got, Alex.
I still don't really know. The Netatmo weather station for smartphone compatible with Amazon Alexa. I received it like 2 days ago, and the package was open, and like, oh no, I'm sure it's fine. And then so I returned it, and they sent me a rush delivery one, and I got it last night, and I've been setting it up as we've been sitting here, and it's still not working. I don't know what I'm. Well, this time it did turn on. Before, nothing was turning on. But it has our location. It knows the temperature, but also this little it comes with a base that's like the Wi-Fi. You need to keep it plugged in at all times.
It looks a lot like a Lady in a Tube device.
Yeah.
Like if Johnny Ive made it. Kind of.
Except it's terrible. And then there's this other thing that I assume is the weather station, but it has
everything. I almost
my
got this
God, it's
one.
so
I almost
bad.
got this one, but everything is an add-on. Like if you want to get rain, you got to pay $100 for an extra rain catcher. It's crazy.
Where does it go? Where does the rain catcher go?
It's remote. You could put it somewhere remote. Whereas mine's an all-in-one unit.
So it's like it's like an Internet of Things.
Yeah. This is much more Internet of Things. And their stuff is costly.
As I'm opening the app, immediately it's advertising the rain gauge, the wind gauge. So I don't know what this thing does. I think
it does
just
temperature
tells
and
me the
humidity.
temperature.
I think it's probably temperature, humidity, maybe barometric pressure. I'm guessing. Netatmo.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the thing here. Let me go look. Personal weather station. God, it really requires that much tubage? Two big tubes?
I guess, and the little station thing runs off AA batteries. It's very different. It's a completely different beast from what you guys
You're
got.
getting
but I just
outdoor
thought it'd be
temperature,
interesting.
outdoor relative. So it's playing a little fast and loose here. It says, discover your external environment, which every millennial should hear. Outdoor temperature, outdoor relative humidity, outdoor air quality, whatever that means. It's probably like canaries, like, oh, it's special sauce. It's abnormal. Barometric pressure, and then quote unquote weather forecast, which I have a feeling they're just pulling down from.
I just tapped
weather
something, and it so it says Smart Home Bot, and then I tapped it, and it opened Facebook Messenger, and it wants me to talk to the Facebook bot, Netatmo Smart Home Bot. Oh, he's kind of cute.
What a fucking nightmare! You have to configure it through a Facebook.
This is
bot?
terrible. This is.
Also, this is really terrible. If you want rain stuff, you have to buy the rain gauge. If you want wind stuff, you have to buy the wind gauge.
Yep,
And then there's the addition. You can get an additional indoor model, which I guess is what you already have.
Oh, so I'm not even supposed to put this outside.
No, you don't, see, Alex, you got a probe, but you need the Smart Hub, the Winkle Hub.
Wait, so
This will not
This is
connect
the
without your Wemo Winkle Hub.
Also, if you're going to get the wind gauge for the weather station for $99, I recommend getting the warranty extension. You get 2 years instead of one. It's only valid if the product is in person in the online boutique Netatmo.
Good advice.
Get them out for free. You can get Max. You can buy the Ambient Weather Easy NPP tripod and mass assembly with platform. It's only $140. Look at that.
I've already spent $200 on weather stations because I just bought the one that you told me to get. Well, I guess the show technically spend $100.
Check your camera. Is your drill okay? Can you tell?
You know what? I was pushing buttons on my little security camera system this morning, and I locked myself out of it and disabled the whole thing. Now I have to call Josh. Now I have to call our internet guy, Joshua.
No, you lost all your Bitcoin.
And I have to say, Joshua, help me.
You locked out of Bitcoin.
Yeah, I think if I go on, I can't connect. Let me look. So I have no idea if the fucking drill is working or not.
Oh God, what a way to live.
What a mess.
So I'm the least peanut buttery. it
Yeah,
sounds like.
and to actually like get into the like my I knew that now it's dead again. I just wanted to see if it would work. It probably isn't. But what is the advantage of these really, other than being a cool weather nerd? Like, I guess, and I know like you can have your actual like local weather station and connect it to.
You don't want to know
Underground.
how fast the wind is?
No, I do, but I can use.
How would you not want to know that?
I use.
But it's your wind, Alex. How fast is
know.
your wind going?
Right.
Well, this is why I say look in the show notes in the doc, and you'll see on the one
You
hand.
think I'm going to trust those idiots on the news about what the weather's going to be? What the fuck do they know?
What about Congress? What's going on with those
I
guys?
spent $100. I'm as smart as them now.
Also ice skating. So anyway, this is boring. But weather's boring. Let's talk about it. So you can see a screenshot of the My AccuRite app, which is pretty good. But what's neat is you get a sense, and the other one's not for sharing, which is my personal Weather Underground station. And so you can see all kinds of stuff. Like you get the idea that you can show stuff like check out the wind widget. It's really cool. It shows you what direction the wind's coming from and how much it's gusting. So what's the advantage of it? I don't know if there's that much advantage to it. Truthfully, Dark Sky has been disruptive. What Dark Sky does, and I think almost everybody probably knows this, but Dark Sky is a service that gives you hyper-local weather and hyper-local weather notifications. And they have an API that is used by a lot of weather apps, such that you can get a little bloop on your phone if it's about to start raining or about to stop raining or whatever. And it's generally really good. The nice part about this is you can still have all of those things, but then you also know what's happening on your back porch, in my case, which I really like. It's just fun. It's fun to watch. It's fun to monitor. It's just a neat thing.
I am a big, you know what? I didn't totally peanut butter because while I failed at this challenge, I also did the ultra premium membership upgrade to my favorite app, Carrot Weather, and you can change to like I've been switching between. Weather
you got to tell us about your
Underground.
settings. You got to tell us what your settings are.
Oh, okay. So settings. The personality I have set to snarky. I should explain.
Where is that on the continuum? Let me go look.
It's the middle because once it got to overkill, it was it was overkill.
It gets real pissy if you let it.
Gets
I'm
very upsetting.
sorry, I wasn't paying attention. You're talking about Carrot Weather?
Carrot Weather, and
Right.
it's
like the sassy weather bot.
yeah.
Like, it's snowing, bitch.
Yeah, yes, basically. And you can
But you can also say whether you want it to be conservative or liberal or libertarian.
Really?
Oh, they added
Can you set it to
libertarian.
conservative and tell me what it says?
Well, that's the thing. I had it on conservative, or rather, I had it on. No, yes, I had it on conservative for a while, I had it
that's
on
so upsetting to me.
overkill.
Why would your weather app need like a political
Well, you
thing?
can
Like,
also have it
Mike
as
Hurley likes it.
Well, what did it say? It's snowing, bitch. Global warming isn't real. See?
So here's the thing. I just switched it to conservative, and it says you're a fucking weakling. So you've got that going for you, which is nice, and that's all it says. I
me try it
don't
here.
think they're ever like because when it's set to liberal, there's snarky like global warming comments and stuff like that.
Found out I have my security clearance downgraded. Thanks a lot, mainstream media.
Hang on, let's do another one.
A trove of secret locations across. You're right, so I'll make the first one. Are you really that bad at geography? Zoom in on the east.
Okay, here we go. I don't want a secret location. I want my location. Okay, here we go. Current location.
Engineering weather conditions. That cloud looks like Rush Limbaugh popping a bottle full of pills.
Was that conservative?
Yeah, it's conservative.
Meteorologizing. So many weather patterns to control, so few major metropolitan areas to unleash hell upon.
Let's try libertarian.
You won't need an umbrella today, and there are only 2 genders.
You
Well,
cuck?
that's the thing. I think it's kind of a troll. It's just trolling people who actually choose that as their their weather app opinion of choice.
Overkill, libertarian, and whose voice do I want?
There will
Catherine?
be a full moon tonight, and school shootings are caused by violent video games.
Oh, I've never tried Tessa. Let's see. Let's see what Tessa's.
Feels like 60 degrees outside. I would have run in there to help those kids.
No collusion.
Well, and also with in fairness to Carrot, whether you can turn all of this off and have it be just a basic
apolitical.
Wind
Yeah.
advisory.
Yeah.
Bill Cosby, innocent. Are we done talking about the weather?
I think so.
Okay,
I
thank
think
God.
so.
Did you know there's 600 Dick's Sporting Goods?
Yes.
First of all, there's something called Dick's Sporting Goods.
Yes.
Second of all, in 2018, there are 600. How do you have a retail specialty-ish store with 600 locations in 2018? I mean, it was cool that they're doing the whole gun thing, but then they said there's 600 of them, and I was like, how are there 600 of that?
There's a girl that I went to Hebrew school with whose father was who I was we sort of dated for like several hours on like a
Is that how she would describe
like
it,
a
Max?
playground or something like that.
Okay.
And I mean, this was in like elementary school or middle school or something. And her father was the manager of a Dick's Sporting Good, and I remember that being a very impressive job. It's
a pretty big deal.
like a high status job.
My father is
Manages
a
the
dick executive.
I'm Googling Dick's.
That's
You're gonna want to turn
be
Safe
fine.
Search off for that, Merlin.
Okay, let's see in the last. Oh, okay. No, Dick's there's Dick's all over the place today.
As a Dick customer, I think the reason I know the reason they're so successful is you want to try on like your Under Armour stuff, and you want to try, I don't know, I'd feel weird buying a tennis racket online, you know, and I think that's why.
Are they
they're
different
able
from
to-
other sporting goods stores? Are they especially good about that?
Well, they're no,
Like
but
REI. REI is all really into the come and experience this.
We went to
thing.
that. I went to that REI last week, the one in Chicago. Never been in there before. And
Love an
I-
REI. Love
I
an
needed
REI.
I needed a pair of gloves. It was like after that really big snow, and I needed a pair of gloves because I just don't. I actually don't own winter gloves. I have like those like little fabric-y ones, but you know what I'm talking about. You know, little
No.
stretchy. You know, little stretchy guys.
Stretchy boys. You don't want
yeah.
that. You want some
those
real
are not
big boys.
Those are not good for shoveling. And so I was like, I was looking online and doing some research, and I was like, you know what? If I fucking get a pair of gloves, I don't want to fuck around. I'm going to go to REI. I'm going to get the best gloves and just have them for the rest of my life and have like an ultra warm tactical performance, gloves. And so Veronica and I went in there, and REI is such a funny story because everything in there is like it's like a paracord, like, some sort of like 6-blade paracord tin cup for, that
Well,
you
and
can
they have that
urinate
one brand.
into.
Is it not Apertix? But there's that one where it's like everything's $600.
It is crazy, and there's fucking canoes that shoot webs at bears coming off of the ceiling. It's like all like adventure travel. And meanwhile, I went in there and I spent $100 on gloves, and they have a little receptacle. They're skiing gloves, and they have a little patch of fabric on the top of the glove that you can wipe your snot onto. And then they also have a little pouch inside the glove where one of those those chemical hand warmers go.
That's
in
actually
each of the
very
gloves.
cool.
And then there's a liner that you can also wear as its own independent glove. And they are so fucking warm. They rule.
That
And they're-
sounds so worth. I mean, on the face of it, that sounds costly, but for what you get out of it, that's
Yes.
so good.
They're great. They're the last pair of gloves I'll ever buy until I lose them. And they're also like fully articulated, so I could like easily grip the snow shovel and like, turn my doorknob and stuff. They're like waterproof, windproof, very warm. These gloves rule. But we were having this conversation on the way out of Dick's, and we were, they make you snake through the little impulse purchase gauntlet,
And it's all like granola there.
yeah, it's like the fucking Triwizard tournament, and there's like shit popping out at you, and you have to like defeat it in order to get to the cash register. and we're like, and I was like, we stopped at one point, and I was like, maybe we should buy a camping stove. Like, I don't know, because then we'd have it. And Veronica was like, no, we don't need a camping stove.
Did you check out the pocket knives?
Oh, did I? I mean,
my
I was
God.
like, what if we ever needed to rent a canoe? I mean, why wouldn't we just own our own canoe?
That's crazy. It's like a tuxedo. If you're going to wear it more than twice, you might as well own it, especially if it shoots webs at bears.
So
I went to my daughter's on a school field trip, and I went to get her a cool flashlight. So I went to the Liberal Hardware store where they play NPR, and I was like, "Do you still have those really baller flashlights that are like the LEDs?" Like, "Oh no, we don't have that one anymore, but check this one out." And we're both getting really excited, and Terry Gross is on. I was like, "Man, masculinity is bullshit except for pocket knives and flashlights." He's like, "Right."
So what's her EDC?
Her EDC is some kind of a fantasy book, her journal, and then a tourniquet.
She got to practice putting it on with one hand. Yeah.
Sorry, I cut you off. You're still at REI?
Oh no! We were just wondering, like, how much of REI's revenue do you think is like, suburban cucks like me going in there to like buy?
It's aspirational
to buy
$100
$100 pair of gloves, even though I've never stepped foot on a ski slope in my life. Versus how much of it is like, some sort of guy with, I presume, a beard who adventures.
Can I repeat my often told REI story from 1999?
Please.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I've told this a million times, but this is absolutely true. My boss and I, maybe 2000, my boss and I are on our, went to fancy lunch in Menlo Park. And we're like, let's pop into REI. So we go to REI, and I go up to the boots and tactical shoe area, and I'm like, can I see these in a 9.5? The guy's like, yeah, Brad, these are really good. They have torsion control and stabilization. And like, you can walk on this fake rock if you want to see what it's like to go. And I said, these are web page making shoes. And he looked crestfallen. It was like I had broken the illusion that we had about the lie agreed to, as they say on Deadwood.
Oh, that's really fucking funny.
He broke his spirit. Oh.
Yeah. I think we had the sand dabs for lunch, and then we went out and bought some webpage shoes.
Did they come with a tactical carabiner that hangs off of them?
No, but Max, to your point, I think that every time I go in there, it's not like you're seeing like grizzled mountain men in there buying a pup tent.
Yeah.
I mean, you see moms with their Under Armour, and then they have one of those puffy vests. You know what I'm talking about? Where it's like it looks like a winter jacket.
You can get the mom vest, the Han Solo mom vest that everybody owns from Patagonia or North Face. Yeah,
exactly.
Mom
Yeah,
vest.
yeah.
My sister-in-law has like 14 of those. It's hilarious. Her closet is full of sleeveless
The one in
vests.
Chicago, they might do this at every location, but the one in Chicago, one of the funny details is the big exterior doors that you come in. The handles, they're not like door handles; they're like hatchets that are like welded onto the door.
Yeah, that's all
and
of them.
They're like blunted like hatchets.
And I was like, that's how you use a hatchet.
Yeah, and I was
Here's
like,
oars.
this store rules. This store is so cool. Like, I'm gonna go in the store and be as cool as everyone in here. And then once we got into the airlock, there was like a young parents like trying to wrestle a double stroller into the door. Like they're like, hold that hatchet, honey. Trying to get the double stroller out here.
Well, in Seattle, you need to basically walk through their.
Oh, that is a nice store.
It
That's
is a very nice store.
Isn't that
anchor
where
store.
John Broderick demanded satisfaction?
No, that's North Face. But I walked to that REI one day and bought me a rain jacket. That's a nice ass REI.
Was that at that time? Did they have the Arboretum maze that you had to go through in order to find the store? I mean, it's very cool.
First you must face the challenge of our flower maze.
Exactly. I was like, and it was one of those things where we were at a convention. I just needed something and like a battery, and then needed to leave. And they're like, "Would you like to be a part of our co-op?" I'm like, "No, I need to get back through the Arboretum maze. It's gonna take
Expelliarmus.
Come with me if you want to live.
A guy pops up. Do you want to apply for the REI credit card? Stupefy.
Reducto.
Well,
I have an idea, but it's mad.
oh God.
I'm the time guy. That was so fucking funny.
As I always like to say, time is money.
Effectiveness. Productivity.
It's me, Gerald, the time guy. Today's time hack.
Hey guys, sorry I've been away for a while. It's me, Jared. I'm back with the time guy.
Today's
It's
life
been a while
hack.
since I posted.
Jared the time guy.
Today's life hack. You can save a lot of time if you never pay your bills. That takes hours every week.
My new workflow for deleting your email is going to shave hours off every day. It's me, Gerald, the time guy. it's because I don't know people. I don't go to places. I've been here. I updated my PC. Hi, guys. Me, Gerald.
This week, my time-saving holiday life hack: wait to see who sends you a holiday card, and then send them one defensively.
Hey guys, I recently had my phone cut off because I didn't pay the bill. I saved so much time. Time, guys. Me, Gerald.